Today we're getting an awesome video because a week ago I requested 5 samples of these colors from ceramicos.ts. As it couldn't be any other way, we held a vote.
An abandoned house is the big mission.
Come over here, paparara. Here we have the colors, which are beautiful. Honestly, it's going to be really hard for us to decide because they all look great. They're colors like beige, grayish.
I like them, 3 and 4.
I like the first 3.
I prefer them more in the form of granite, which they aren't. I like options 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Who votes for number 3? Me?
Oh my goodness, how beautiful. It looks gorgeous with the wood. And number 3 came out as the winner. We have the porcelain tile ready for installation today, and the color is absolutely stunning. We're going to start with the entrance area, right here specifically. We're going to start by placing tiles right in the middle, meaning one half and the other half. And we're also going to remove these 2 tiles since they stick out, and if we put the new floor on top, we wouldn't be able to close the door. You can't imagine how excited I am to start laying the floor throughout the whole villa. We'll remove these 2 as well, since the pieces are quite large and have an uneven surface if you look closely. Checking the first one. I don't know if you can see the green line here, which matches the line that was there before from the tiles, which is right in the middle of the hallway, so we're going to cut them all to size. By the way, Ivan is finishing the window, cutting it to size, right?
See how well the window fits?
My father, who is also around here, and my mother, who is helping me. It looks great, that's true. Here we've already finished the hard part, which is just the entrance to get into the dining room. We cut all the pieces before applying the tile adhesive because we had to cut them to size. And since we're going to take a little more time, this way it wouldn't dry out. Now that we have the most difficult or tricky area, which is this part of the entrance, we can move on to making the mortar and start placing the pieces. In fact, these here will go in whole, so now we're going to make the mortar, and when we place these, we'll go straight to putting in the whole pieces. After much deliberation, we finally decided to install ceramic tiles in the villa. We believe that with all the wear and tear the house will have, especially since it will be a rental in the future, we needed something durable and super resistant, and this definitely is. Honestly, I couldn't love the color more. I think it's a total success, that beige color with a grayish tone, and also these little specks give it an original and elegant touch. If you have any questions about the boxes, you'll need on the website. There's a calculator where if you enter the square meters, it automatically calculates the amount for you. But if you still have questions about that, the color or anything else, they have personalized customer service. You can check the stock and the estimated delivery time in real time right on the website. If you like this or any other model, use this code for a 5% discount site-wide. Lunch break. It looks absolutely amazing. Mom, what exactly is it?
Baked potatoes and chicken with mushrooms.
And my mom added something to the chicken. They bought truffle. They made a couple of slices of truffle. But well, I don't know if you'll notice the taste. Something with a truffle aroma, let's say. And at Mercadona, actually, it was nothing. Super cheap, €3, and it gives a really good flavor. It smells a lot like truffle. Well, we've already eaten, the mic still has battery left, thank goodness, and we're going to keep laying tiles. I think this is as far as we've gotten, huh? Pelusa, you can't climb up there. Well, we've already got this whole row done, and now comes another tricky part. We can't continue over there because my dad is working on the electrical installation in the bedroom. Adding one more piece will make it very difficult for him to escape. There's already a small piece for her to jump on, and Pelusa comes over to explore. She's so light, we let her pass through. She acts like she owns the place, going into rooms, looking around, greeting everyone, and then leaving. A really important step, and one we sometimes don't pay enough attention to, is to clean the excess part of the tile really well. Basically because since we won't continue here until tomorrow, if the mortar dries, the tile will get stained. When we place the next one, it will create a thickness. And then we won't have the 1 millimeter that we're giving to all the joints of all the tiles. Imagine, this gets stained. The next day, we place this one next to it, creating a 2 millimeter thickness. We'll see a 1 millimeter joint here and a 2 millimeter joint there. Cleaning it once it's dry is quite complicated and we'll have to leave the distance set by the mortar. That's why we clean it really well, so tomorrow it's already clean and we can start again. That's all for today because it's Saturday and we're going to rest. But an important little trick is to leave the leveling pieces already in place for tomorrow all around the perimeter. They are missing over there, and if you look closely, all of this already has them. Because that way tomorrow, when we go to place them on that side, if we haven't put them in before, we won't be able to put them in anymore. Therefore, it's something to keep in mind. The second thing to keep in mind is that when you clean the tile with water, the cloth shouldn't be too wet either. Because if there's too much water and it drips down, it makes the mortar more liquid and then the tile sinks. That is mostly solved with the leveling pieces that act as supports, but it's better not to risk the tile sinking. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, just a bit tired. It's a spectacular spring day with the hibiscus showing lots of little buds. Because if you look at it like this as a whole, well, like from behind, you can also see a bit of green. It looks like it has more than it actually does. But oh my goodness, how has it grown so fast? Well, yes, fast more or less. Well, as you know, I love plants, so I did a little research. And the alocasia is called, let me see if I say it right, Strelitzia alocasia. And this one also has the version, well, for example, of bird of paradise, which would be Strelitzia, well, bird of paradise, I suppose. Then there's also the Nicolai, the Regai or something like that. And this one, well, this one is actually the Nicolai. The Nicolai is a bit cheaper, and in appearance, it's almost the same as the alocasia. It's worth about half the price. Today's Sunday, Ivan and my father are going back home. My mom and I are staying all week to lay the flooring, and speaking of the floor, this couldn't be turning out more beautiful. It's so spectacular when the sun hits it, huh? Oh my goodness, Papa Rara. Oh, and my mom, let's keep going with this one here. It's the next one. We're going to cut it with the grinder, just like we did with this one, but this time, oh, I almost hurt myself. This piece is bigger than that one, but will look smaller in the end. Ivan is going to take care of the front part today. He's going to take over for me.
I receive everything in this hand. Now I have an injury here, the one I got here at work, and the new one I just got.
Worker's hands, huh?
Hand. Worker's hand.
Hand.
This one is intact. It doesn't have anything.
One hand of Marque and the other of a worker. What I do, since it's complicated to reach there, is clean the tile that just got dirty, which is the one next to it, so that the mortar doesn't come up and it's much harder to clean once the tile is in place. And so it doesn't get too thick either. It's important that the leveling pieces don't get stained, because later when you remove the piece, a lump of mortar stays right on it and it's super hard to get it off afterwards.
You have to look nice, right? In case you run into a follower.
What did I hear? That someone recognized you? Yeah.
Yes.
A petanka.
Oh yes, who?
She greets your mother other times.
Yes, I already know her.
Oh my, you're very famous.
That's why sometimes I get more dressed up than when I'm actually going out. Oh, I'm not wearing my dentures. Oh, I'm not wearing my earrings. Just in case, you know? I might run into someone who follows you.
Girl, you don't care. How simple, come on.
She only gets all dressed up when she's on television. On the channel, otherwise, she doesn't get dressed up. Hey, Christina.
Tell me.
I need to sign up for the memory class before attending it tomorrow.
The memory class isn't working for you, huh?
Yeah, I really need it. It's been a month since I last went. With so much partying. Hand of Muhammad?
No, of Buddha, hand of Buddha.
Ah, of Buddha. I'm going to put it on. If I write it down, I'll remember. And if not, I'll write it down. Although I always make a list when I go shopping, then I go shopping and leave the list at home. That's just how I am, Muhammad.
Of Buddha,
Of Buddha.
hand of Buddha.
Buddha. I've already written it down. I'll forget in 5 minutes.
You forget.
How's it going, Ivan? It's pretty with the small plants on this side. Wow. This small piece will look spectacular. The mortar we're using is Vasier's flexible adhesive mortar, the Multiflex. Honestly, I can't wait to see the floor completely finished, and I'm also looking forward to seeing the front flower bed. Well, I'm excited to see everything. Hi, little one. Oh, she's so cute. Pelusa, she's ignoring me. I was thinking while we were having breakfast, we were talking about it. This is a bamboo cane, one of these from here, but what happened is that they were cut and one was kept. I would really like these super tall ones when we cut a couple, because we have to cut them from this part here since they're breaking the ground. Actually, I think the ground is much worse than last time. I don't know, it's the same as with the plants. I can't recall from memory, but I'm pretty sure that part over there wasn't protruding as much before. Well, since we have to remove some, as I was saying, I think I'm going to cut them to size. I'm going to take them off. Oh, a yellowish-orange ladybug. Wow, how cute, please. It's super tiny. Well, that's it. I would cut this bamboo cane to size and use it for the bathroom. The cane would be real, but these little branches coming out of here would be artificial, and I would attach them either by gluing them or I'd figure out how. And I would make it from floor to ceiling, so it would look as if the bamboo branch grew right out of the floor and touched the ceiling, as if it continued to the next floor.
Taking a walk in the mountains is nice.
Well, yes, this one is unnecessary. We've discovered a little trick that works really well to scare away flies, and it's basically the flish, well, one that we have extra of, flish. A regular everyday cleaning spray bottle, and we fill it with vinegar and spray a little bit on top like this. Look, I like vinegar, I love it, but there are other people who hate vinegar. So if you don't like vinegar, it's not really recommended either because it smells quite a lot. Then you spray it, spray, and the flies get scared away.
I mean, they fly out through... But is it diluted with water or is it just pure vinegar?
Pure vinegar.
It's true. There were 4 or 5 flies and now they've disappeared.
Yes, and after a while, well, you end up getting used to the smell of vinegar. People will keep noticing the smell when moving from outside to inside because they are not used to it, unlike those who have been inside and have adapted to the scent. Now, for example, in that area of the hallway where you haven't sprayed, look, they've gathered in the hallway. Now I'll spray it and look, let's do the cotton test in the hallway area. The spray bottle I grabbed is from one wall. I don't know if it was a degreaser or what this is, but I filled it directly with vinegar and I go whoosh. Look how it runs, see?
Of course. Don't overdo it, girl. I'll pour it over here.
You suffocate yourself with vinegar and that's it. That's the only requirement you have that, yes, it's happened to me, you know? Pouring it in one and in the other.
We don't do this in 2 days.
It's ready, right? 3 days, and we'll finish it. Dining room and kitchen, right?
Dining room and kitchen, 3 days, and that's more than enough, right?
I hope so. We're running out of space to work, so we're going to put the tiles under the dining table since we're working on half of the dining room. Tomorrow we'll continue over there, let this dry completely, and the day after tomorrow, bring the sofa, put it here, and do the other half of the dining room. We're going to do one more row in the dining room, and tomorrow we'll start over there, we'll move toward the kitchen, and here we'll be able to step, let's say. And the day after, we'll finish this part here. Pelusa, look at her. She doesn't respect people's work. Right there in the middle of everything. Look, she sat down, but on the new floor, not the old one.
What's wrong, Mom? That one is so beautiful.
What do you want to see here?
Meow, meow, of course. Look at that little ball. Look at that little ball. Pelusa. Well, now she'll definitely ignore me. Look how cute. Oh, so adorable.
What does he like? Shrimp? Ham?
Careful, he might bite you if he thinks you're going to take it away from him. Have you heard the little meow voice he has?
Yeah, because you never hear him.
Never ever?
No, that's it.
More tomorrow.
That's it. I thought you were going to give him more. Look at the floor they're walking on. They're not walking on the old floor. They're only walking on the new floor. We stopped for a snack with coffee, and my dad told me to go over there to see if I could get more sweet ham.
Look at how the figs are already.
Yeah, what kind of tree is this? So strange. It's very beautiful because also...
I was going to prune and saw this, which looks like a feather duster, so I left it.
This one is pretty.
I started to prune it and said, hey, hold on.
Wow! Have you noticed that the trees are already budding? This one even has flowers and everything. Well, this one didn't have anything at all the last time we came.
Your mother told me, no, it's the vine. I said, no, it's the tree. No, it's the vine.
Hey, how cool. This is the apple tree, 100%, because the dead one is the plum tree. This one was the persimmon.
I don't remember. At home we had persimmon.
Pear was there? Maybe. No, but no. Good morning. The truth is that we're really looking forward to seeing it finished. Impressive, creepy. That's why today we're going to continue with the kitchen, and this way we'll have this entrance area almost finished. If one day it's just so-so, not cold or hot, it's just kind of in between. The weather is kind of in between depending on the day, although lately it's been pretty unpredictable. It's going to be nice, or at least it won't rain, which is already something to be thankful for, because yesterday it ended up raining on us. My mom is here with me. We're going to carry the bag of mortar and get to work. We're going to set up the whole kitchen except for the last row so that we can cook here and make food on this side. So we'll keep moving forward until we reach the last step here. We're not going to put it in until the next day or 2 days later so that we can still have access to the kitchen. We had to take out the old pieces because from walking over them so much, we ended up damaging all the ones we put on this side here. Since we go up and down the stairs, we've been kicking them and we've ended up breaking them. So we've taken out the old ones and we're going to put new ones in the space that's left from the old ones, let's say. And we already have those 3 cut, which were the most complicated ones, so we'll move on to making the mortar and sticking them, but first we'll have a little coffee.
With the stove? Or if there's no electricity, we can't cook. So am I going to have to go upstairs to cook?
There's been a blackout across Spain. Fortunately, we have a portable stove. We are attempting various tricks to access the kitchen, but I fear we won't be able to cook there today. We're going to keep going and we'll see. They'll let us know what the reason is. Nothing has been confirmed yet. Oh my goodness, what just got in there, please? Oh, it's coming, please, what a huge... I don't know if it's a bumblebee or what that is, but I'm terrified of bees and wasps. So I don't know how I'm going to open that window. I don't know if you can see it well from this distance, but it's a huge bug. And on top of that, it's right there, covering the whole window, so of course I can't open it. I'm really scared because a bee stung me when I was little. Flies make me panic and confuse me. A wasp stung me at school camp. I mean, I don't know if it was a wasp, it wasn't a bee. Well, we went to see, the usual a beehive and all that. I can't stop looking at it. We were with the school, the usual. They take you on a field trip, you go see how they make honey and all that. I must have been, I don't know, about 8 years old, something like that. So we go to see it and all that. And a bee escapes through the curtains, comes straight at me, and I go smack. I close my hands, it gets away and stings me right on the lip. I had some amazing lips. Well, anyway, there was crying pain. And they called my parents to come pick me up and take me back home, and I missed out on all the summer camp. The trauma of the experience was almost worse than the sting itself. If I knew it wouldn't sting me, I'd open the window right now. But what if it feels threatened, like it comes and it's buzzing around, it's already starting to get angry. If the wasp doesn't find its way out soon, I might get stung on the lip. I have to leave. I just can't understand why flies and bees are so persistent. They get obsessed with one window, everything else is open except that window, but they have to go to that one. And look, it's really big. I could cover myself with something. Okay, Chris, stop stalling, there's a huge bug over there.
But it's a wasp.
Well, it's just that I don't know what it is. It looks like that wasp has eaten its whole swarm because, oh look there, Mom, since you're there, open the window for it. The window there.
You can't find the way out.
They're real, they're so short. I mean, there's one leaf open and the other closed, and it's trying to get out through the closed one. Huge. I mean, that's not normal. That bug isn't normal. Now it comes back in through the door and stays there again. Well, we already have the part we had planned to finish for the kitchen. Now, since we have a bit of time left because it's 4 in the afternoon, but we also don't trust putting the sofa on top of yesterday's tiles because not that many hours have passed. So instead of putting the sofa down, we're gonna do these here, which are actually 4. It's not that many, but well, that's something we already have done ahead of time. And since it's 4 o'clock right now, I think by the time we finish putting those in, it'll be snack time, we'll have a snack, and then I'll get to editing and everything else. Well, maybe we'll find something else to do. Because outside, the truth is we're filming another video. While we're filming this one, we're also working on the outside part. So if we finish really early, like around 5:30 or 6, we'll keep working outside, but you'll see that in another video. Well, this is starting to look like this. Oh my gosh, Mom, how does this look?
Now everything stands out from the wood, the kitchen.
Everything looks so much better now. It's like it was missing that touch, right?
Yes.
How lovely. I really want to give it a good cleaning, but I want to have a coffee even more right now. Honestly, we're exhausted, but seeing the result cheers you up. Really, it would cheer anyone up. Our plan for tomorrow is to put up the ones we're missing over there. Well, actually, to start with those ones over there. I mean, put the sofa on this side and finish that section over there, and if we have time left, continue here in the kitchen. And actually, we should have it done by tomorrow. Between tomorrow and the day after, we think we'll finish it. We've only spent, actually, Saturday morning, Sunday morning until noon, the afternoon, and all day today. Almost all the time has been spent on these tiles here. I mean, this section here has taken up about half the time. Every day I'm telling my mom, wow, I wonder if the little plants downstairs have grown. I'm unsure if they'll be the same. It feels like I see them getting taller nearly every day. And she tells me, well, put a mark, for example, with this right at the height they're at, and that way you'll know how much they grow each day. And honestly, this is a great idea. We're gonna do it like little kids, right, when they measure them to see how tall they are. Let's see. This one is hard to measure because let's say this is the tallest one. I've applied it to all of them. I'll update you on their growth in a few days. At certain times you look for shade and at others, the sun. Oh, it feels so nice. This late afternoon sun gives you just a little, but without hugging you and leaving you toasted, it feels wonderful. Let's be here. It's for relaxing with a hammock and... Good morning. Today we're going to stay on the ground as it couldn't be any other way. This is looking amazing, Mom. What an incredible day it is today.
We're gonna be hot.
Yes, heat. And this tree gets bigger and more beautiful every day. My father wants to remove some of these reeds because they grow too fast and new shoots keep coming up here all the time. These two are new, this one too, and this one as well. We also need to keep these two under control, so we'll leave just a few and remove the rest. And look how beautiful. I've been considering placing it at the entrance, but of course, seeing how invasive it is, I'm a little afraid that it might end up taking over everything. A little stop for breakfast. so we don't get off track on the last one, which is more complicated because this is slanted and it's a piece of a pot, not a whole piece. I reset the level and we continue. Boom, 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 boom. And there, right where my mom is, that's where the cut goes so we don't get off track. For the last one, to avoid crookedness, we must leave a small piece undone because we need to jump over to reach this area. We hadn't thought of this, but it's just common sense.
It's about time to eat, right?
It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock time really flies when you're having fun.
That's true, huh?
Paparara, honestly, there's a bit of a breeze. It almost makes you want something warm. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wasn't hungry until my mom mentioned it was 2 o'clock. Then I suddenly felt famished.
White beans with cuttlefish and clams.
This is what I was talking about the other day, that if the mortar isn't completely cleaned, look, it gets stuck right in the middle of the joint. This one here should look just like this. Sometimes, well, because of life, it gets dirty. And well, it doesn't stay all clean like this, but it ends up with that little mortar mark from when we put it on. If it's already clean, that's great. Otherwise, just clean it well and you're done. New little gun for laying the tiles. Who's here?
Are you coming to help us?
It's time to eat these spirals. I don't know if they're spirals. They're not made of wheat pasta, let's say. They're not made of wheat flour, but lentils. I've already tried them. It's my mom's first time trying them, so let's see. What do you think? How do you like them? To me, they don't taste like pasta, nor like lentils. I had already tried them from another brand, but I bought it at the market. We'll see. To me, it doesn't taste like pasta or lentils.
This one is good, huh?
Yeah? Do you like it?
Yes.
I enjoyed it when I made it. It has a unique flavor. I don't know.
It has nothing to do with the other one I bought, huh?
And the good thing about this one, let me see if I can find the jar around here because it's this one here. And the good thing is that it's 100% lentil, 100% red lentil. And sometimes they put it like that in big letters, but on the back they put something else in the ingredients. But if we look at the ingredients, 100% red lentil flour, and that's it. That's the only ingredient. I was saying it's really good. Are you sending my dad a voice message?
No, to your brother.
He had tried it as well, and it's true that the texture of the one I bought is different from this one. Honestly, this one is really good.
We're cutting all of them to size, here in the kitchen and over there in the little corner, so we can make mortar and then install them all at once. We pretty much have everything done in the dining room already. We just have that little corner left and a few small gaps, like these ones here. The thing is, it's going to get pretty complicated here, because look at this column where the line falls. I mean, this would continue over here and end here, but wow. That one and this one in the corner, because this one in the corner, like this and like this. Also, this U is very well proportioned. If you look, there's almost the same proportion on both sides. Well, on that part, that's good, because that way it will be harder for it to break. Finally, the third and slightly tricky one, in quotes with little content, is this small piece here, and that's it. It's a piece of cake compared to everything else we've done. This will be done in no time. So it would be cut around here, papa.
Damn it. Are you recording? Is it hard for you to get in? I don't know if I put too much mortar on it.
I'm not taking it out, okay?
It took a lot of effort to put it in place, okay?
Mom, come here.
How handsome you are already.
That's amazing.
Just the last little details are left now.
It looks incredible, huh?
Very nice. Now, once the grout is done, we'll put the sofa in place and that's it. Time to show off the floor. You're right, one thing done. Now I just have to deal with the little scraps in the kitchen that are giving me trouble.
Outrageous. My father just arrived. He's going to see the floor for the first time.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, so nice. Wow, you guys really pulled that off, huh?
See the kitchen's new floor and how it shines, and take note of that. But we had to move the fridge to put tiles behind it anyway. We had to move several things, but look how the kitchen looks with the new floor. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Wow, you guys really worked hard.
Yes, it's going to be even bigger. Today, we're finishing the remaining details and grouting the floor.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. What a coincidence.
Hair from my head all over the place.